Continuing with the measurement unit, we're going to be looking at the volume and surface area of a sphere. Here's a diagram of the sphere, and right here highlighted in pink, this is the radius of the sphere. So the volume of a sphere is equal to 4 times pi times r to the power of 3 divided by 3. And the surface area is equal to 4 times pi times r to the power of 2. So your r is your radius. We're going to walk through an example here with a ball that has a diameter of 7 centimeters. And we're going to be determining the surface area and then the volume if the ball breaks in half. So the first thing we need to do actually is to get the radius, because we are not given the radius, but the radius is the measurement that we see in both of these formulas. So radius is equal to the diameter divided by 2. So that's going to be equal to 7 divided by 2, and that is equal to 3.5 centimeters. So that's the number we are going to be using. So we want to start off by writing down the formula. Surface area is equal to 4 times pi times r squared. So you can use the pi button on your calculator, or you can use 3.14. I'm going to use 3.14, and so if you use the pi button on your calculator, your answer may be slightly different due to the rounding. Now we need to make sure that when we're doing the calculations here that we follow BEDMAS. So we need to do our exponents first. Some of your calculators will do BEDMAS for you, but not all of them. So 3.5 to the power of 2, that means we're going to be multiplying 3.5 by itself. Okay, and now we just have multiplication left, so we're going to multiply all of that together, and we get 153.83, and we're going to round to 1 decimal place. So our default is always going to be 1 decimal place with our rounding unless we are told otherwise. And we're doing surface area, so that's 2-dimensional, so we have a little 2 right there. So this here is your final answer for surface area. Okay, next we're going to be doing the volume, and we're going to be looking at the volume of the ball if it breaks in half. Okay, so what this means is that we're going to start by just writing down the volume formula as we have it up here, and we've already found the radius over here. We don't need to do that again. So volume is equal to 4 times pi times r cubed. Cubed or to the power of 3, that means the same thing. And all of that is divided by 3. Now this is for a full sphere, but we only have half a sphere, so we are going to divide all of this by 2. Okay, so now we're just going to put in the information we've been given. So I'm going to use 3.14 for pi again, and our radius is 3.5, all that to the power of 3. Sorry, not all that, just 3.5 to the power of 3 divided by 3, and then all of this divided by 2. So again, we need to make sure that we follow BEDMAS and that we do our exponent first. So 3.5 to the power of 3 gives us 42.875. So I'm not doing any rounding here. Okay, always try and leave all the rounding until the final step whenever possible. Some of you, again, will have calculators that'll just do all the BEDMAS for you, but not everybody will have that. So now at this stage, you should be able to punch it all into your calculator because we only have multiplication and division left. I'm going to break it down into a few more steps though, just in case, so you can check your work as you go. So if we calculate all of this here right before dividing by 2, we are going to get 179.50, and then it's 33333 and so on. So I'm keeping all those numbers still in my calculator, and then we're going to divide that by 2, and you're going to get approximately 89.8 centimeters cubed. So that there is our volume. So you may wish to pause the video now or rewind it and take some notes.